any idealistic impediments, and also the rules and actions that restrict development, and also break away from the abusive system that negatively impacts our development, so that to provide a strong momentum for the socialist development. To put focus on development means that we have always been putting development as our first priority, stick to a scientific concept of development, grasp the rules of development, and innovate our ideology, change development patterns, and solve development problems. Adhere to opening up is that we have to always open our doors for construction, and based on a mutually beneficial foundation, we are conducting economic and technological cooperation with countries all over the world, and absorb and utilize all the outstanding achievements made by humanity. We have to develop ourselves through protecting world peace, and protect world peace through our own development. Put people first means that all the development are for the people, depends on the people, and the achievements are shared by the people. People should always stand at the front line of innovation, and their calls have to be answered, and their basic interests are our priority of considerations. And we have to promote comprehensive development of humanity. Promoting harmony means that our focus should be at the problems that's most concerned by the people and most directly relates to people's basic interests. And we have to enhance social fairness and justice, facilitate the vitality of the society, and reduce the non-harmonious factors to ensure that people live and work in peace and contentment, maintain social order, and the country has a long and peaceful reign. Every day should be the start of a new page. And as heaven maintains its vigor through movement, a gentleman should constantly strive for self-perfection. These are the very important thoughts by the sages of Chinese nation through observing the universe. And it also reveals the spirit of our nation. Therefore, it has become a classic maxim of China. And today, the sense of worth that Chinese people are holding come from our rich experiences and practice in modern world, and it also originated from the deep foundations and roots of Chinese civilization. It has also become the spiritual power to stimulate Chinese people to carry out reform and opening up. To sum up the causes of reform and opening up, the Chinese people have come out with an undoubtable conclusion that the rapid development of China during the past 3 decades depended on reform and opening up. And China's future development have to also depend on reform and opening up. This is of decisive importance to the fate of China, and also a common choice by the 1.3 billion Chinese people. We clearly know that although we have made unprecedented achievements during the course of development, we are still the world's biggest developing country. China is densely populated, and we didn't have a good package to start with. We've also experienced very unbalanced development. Also, some disputes and problems were encountered, and their scale and complication are also unprecedented. China has to build a moderately socialist society that benefits the 1.3 billion people and achieve common prosperity and modernization, we have a long way to go. And this is never an easy job. China will proceed along the path of socialism with Chinese characteristics. We must uphold the Deng Xiaoping theory and the important thoughts of the three represent. Deepen the implementation of scientific development outlook. Coordinate urban and rural development, regional development, social and economic development, and balanced development between human and nature. Open up to the outside world. Pay attention to people's livelihoods, and focus on the coordination of development. Comprehensively push forward economic construction, political construction, and the construction of culture, society, productivity, ecology, and an environmentally friendly pattern of development. China will unswervingly stick to the peaceful development course. This is a strategic decision made by Chinese government and people. And this policy is in line with China's basic situation and also the trends of the times. It's an integration of China's internal and external policies and aggregation of Chinese people's basic interest and the interest of people all over the world. China will always adhere to an independent and peaceful foreign policy and always stick to a mutually beneficial opening up policy strategy. And we have to push forward the democratization of international relations and forge ahead globalization in a balanced, mutually beneficial way, and also promote the exchanges of humanity, protect our Mother Earth, and share our development opportunities and face the risks and challenges together. Forge ahead a harmonious world that has long-lasting peace and prosperity. China adopts a defensive national defense policy. We will never involve ourselves in armaments competition and never pose any military threat to any country, never take hegemony, and never take territorial expansion. Lecturers, students and friends, the friendship between the two countries have lasted more than 2,000 years, and it is a miracle in the history. Chinese people and the Japanese people have always been learning from each other and take reference of each other's experiences, and we have enriched the treasure box for the East Asia civilization and world civilization. In a period of modern world, because the Japanese militarism have initiated the aggression to China, this has seriously damaged the relationship between the two countries, and this tragic history didn't only bring disaster to Chinese people, and it also hurt the feelings of Japanese people. History is our best textbook. By stressing to always remember history doesn't mean that we are reserving our hatred, but we have to take history as a warning and to learn how to face the future, protect peace, and treasure the peace, and also to bring out a long-lasting peace and friendship between the two countries. In 1972, China and Japan have normalized their bilateral relations, and this opened a new page in the history of the two countries. Since then, bilateral relations has developed rapidly in all aspects, and the trade volume has increased from the 1.1 billion US dollars